Welcome to my Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Alrighty, welcome to my Asshole Podcast. It's another Sunday episode with our boy, Mikael. How is it going, Mikael Faustin?
Hello, everybody. Good to be back here. Mikael Faustin in the flesh.
If you know what that's from, hey, man, give yourself a... If you don't know what that's from, oh, man... Shame on your houses.
Were you even having a childhood if you don't know who those were?
Exactly. If you don't know who Mikael Faustin was, are you really living, man?
Yeah.
Come on now. Let's be honest here. But we got a juicy episode for today. We got some videos to react to, some videos that he sent that I haven't seen, some videos that I sent that he hasn't seen.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be good, and we might as well jump right on into it because I know you guys are like, shut up, fucking get to it. So let's get to it. All right, so we have our first video, and let me see if I gotta see which one I use, because let me see. Hold on, I hate when this happens. Hold on. All right.
I have a man though.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Boyfriend or husband? Because I'm trying to be your husband. Excuse me, miss in the black. Is this your man?
No, it's my friend.
I think you're very beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a man though.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Boyfriend or husband? Because I'm trying to be your husband.
I don't even go here.
I don't either.
Actually not.
I don't. Where do you go?
I go to Bama.
What are you doing here?
My friend. And Industrial Lens.
Interesting. You do look like a Bama girl.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's not a bad thing.
Okay, good.
Ooh, I like your tattoo.
Thank you.
Anyways, like I said, I'm trying to be your husband.
Do you live in Miami?
I do. How did you know?
Probably because you're here.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
I love how you're copying me too. White shoes, all black.
Maybe it's meant to be.
Maybe it is.
I have a man.
Damn. All right. So upon seeing that video, what you think of Rig 4? She got a man, and she over here exchanging numbers.
So it's an interesting concept, right? Because in door-to-door and like sales realm, we call those smoke screens, where you know what's happening and your guard goes up, so you just throw out a defense that gets most people to like go away really quickly. And then good sales individuals and good people that are like not fucking pussies in the dating realm will understand that it may just be a smoke screen. If I keep throwing out like little bits of bait or whatever, it might reel them in and get their guard to lower down. Like, as you saw, she was like, I have a man, and he was like, yeah, is it like a boyfriend or like a husband? Because I'm trying to be your husband. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she started giggling, laughing, and then she was like, okay, this is not like a normal threat like it usually goes, where they're like, you have a man? Well, what are you doing out here? Like, oh my God. She was trying to avoid some shit like that.
Yeah. But he was smooth with it, so she was like, shit, I got to go through with it.
Yeah. If she did have a man, though, he probably seeing the video and punching the air right now, dude.
Bro.
He's punching the air like, no way, dude, how? I'm not with her for one Miami trip, and now she's fucking gone?
Rest in peace.
Yeah, idiot, dude. You probably deserved it, but,
yeah, bro, because, look, if I'm being honest with you, like we've always said on the show, like, if you're that guy, your girl ain't going nowhere, man. If she ain't going nowhere, bro. Like she could be approached by 100, 200, 500 dudes. She's not giving you up. But if you're just not that guy, bro, you're just not that guy. You know what I mean? And it just and it sucks because, like, even when you are that guy, it still happens.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the crazy part about it. That is the absolute crazy part about it. And that's probably what we're going to see in this next one. And that's what I'm thinking. just by the kind of caption I'm reading. Again, I've never seen this one. I saw the other one, the one we just showed. But this one, just reading the thing, I'm like,
yeah.
Even when you're the perfect guy, it seems like there's just not a.
Yeah, I sent this one in, and I was super excited to show it on the show because I was like, dude, this is exactly what we talk about.
Yeah,
this is exactly what we talk about.
Yeah. All right. Let's dive into it then. Here we go.
She's here.
Yes. Good to see you.
Oh,
Oh.
Hey.
Baby, do you want to go get food?
Yes, sure.
We are fighting.
Oh my gosh, she's here.
Yes.
I told you, this is what we talk about.
Bro, we are fighting.
This is what we talk about.
We are fighting. What the fuck do you mean? You saw how she
leapt. She leapt into his arms.
Yes.
Wrapped the legs around and everything.
And she dropped her hips and everything.
Yeah.
Oh hell, they fucked. They've fucked. There's no way they haven't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I had to get up for that one because I couldn't see my girl doing that.
That's insane. Yeah, it's legitimately insane.
I couldn't see my girl. I would be like, my heart would drop, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the fact that it was so smooth, it wasn't unexpected on the boy best friend's part.
Nah,
means they did it all the time. They're just like, yeah, dude, yeah. This is how we say hi all the time.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, bro. Nah, we be fighting, son.
And right in front of him too, right in front of the boyfriend.
Right in front, like, bro.
Wasn't like a play it cool or anything like that.
She got no respect for this dude.
And the thing is, she probably don't hug him like that too.
Oh hell no.
She don't hug him like that.
Hell no. Hell no.
Oh my god.
Oh, bro, because okay, this is what I was thinking. Because I wasn't thinking that. This is what I was thinking. When it said finally met my girlfriend's, guy best friend, I was thinking like, they were gonna hold hands or some shit, or like,
subtle.
or it was gonna just kind of go through like jump cuts of them just laughing and her like touching him or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's how I thought this video was gonna go.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was gonna happen. Bro, because look. I could understand where there's like fence sitting where it's like, okay, they're having conversation and she's laughing at his jokes and she's just like, touching his arm or whatever. Being like, oh, like, okay, I can understand the fence sitter's position on that. That though, there ain't no fence sitting on that, bruh. That is like plain and simple. Like
but the boyfriend didn't even say anything either. He just sat there and was like, "Okay, that's a little weird,
Yeah,
like,
bro.
But like that's what we talk about. Where it's like, if you're not that guy, dude, like you should expect some shit like this.
Yeah, bro.
And then for I mean. Yeah, like we talk about it on the show all the time. They're like, "Oh, he's just a friend," but like, why are you jumping into his arms like that and all that type shit? You know?
Exactly. Like, there's no good reason for you to be jumping in this man's arms like that, bruh. Oh, bruh. Hey, all I know, man, is stay up, Kings. Like pick up your crown and move on, bro, because it is not worth it sometimes. Oh,
that was awful though. I don't know.
I've never, ever been disrespected like that.
Yeah, that's wild.
And that's why seeing something like that blows my mind, because I could. And my thing is she, like, look, it was bad enough she jumped on that nigga, but then she dropped her hips like they have fucked, bro. Yeah. They have fucked. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's been up in them walls, bro.
Yep. He came in, had her fucking on bow, you know, and then walks up to the boyfriend, is like, "Oh yeah, like what's up, I guess, whatever."
Yeah, bro. Oh, all right. Woo! Damn, you guys let us know what you thought about that one in the comment. God damn, son. Okay, so this one is gonna be a bit of a longer one. It's gonna be kind of like it's a hypothetical, but shit like this actually happens. So I want you to kind of put yourself in the position of, I guess, the guy that he's talking about in the hypothetical. Okay. So that's kind of how this one is gonna go. So, all right. I believe.
So imagine you've been working overtime for 6 months to get your girl a $7,000 Chanel purse and some Venus LaFleur roses, and you take her the purse and the roses, and she see the purse and it's like, oh, this is cute. It's the little one. I love it. And then she sees the roses. It's like, oh, only 50. But then you frown. You know, she see your face. She's like, I'm sorry. I'm being a bitch. My period's on the way. Here, I love it. Give me a hug. Mwah. Give me a kiss. Boom. Y'all go to dinner. You go to a reasonable place because you spent $7,000 on the purse. So she a little tight. You know, you've been working overtime. Y'all go to a reasonable place. And it's cool until the server says, oh, my God, he brought you here for y'all first date? Ooh, that stings. She like, no, it's Valentine's Day. The server realized that they made a mistake. They try to clean it up. Oh, this is a real nice spot. You'll love it. Just then, her ex-boyfriend comes in, and this nigga's a baller. He got on a Rolex tattoo sleeve. He got something super bad with him. They see y'all. He come and speak. Oh, this is cute. I love this for y'all. And Shorty like, oh, y'all eating here too? He like, no. We just came to get drinks before we go to the real steakhouse. Oh, God. Then they leave. But that passes, right? Y'all finally having a good time, having a good dinner. You look at her eyes, it's twinkling. Shit looking good for you until it's time for you to pay. And the server says, oh, no, that gentleman that came and spoke to y'all, he already took care of y'all bill. I'm getting sick to my stomach just coming up with this in my mind. Boom. Y'all leave. Now, once again, you spend $7,000 on the purse. You ain't got the hotel room money. So what you have done is you've decorated your apartment. You take her to your apartment. You got the balloons and the roses and X, Y, Z, and everything's looking good. And you go to make a move. And she says, do we have to? I really want to get some sleep. And then she see your face and she like, okay. And then she give you some sympathy cat that's not good. And you try to cuddle after. And she kind of aloof and not on it. And she's on her phone. And then after 35 to 39 minutes of awkward cuddling, she says, hey, I got an early morning. How about we hang out, the day after tomorrow? I just need some time, okay? And she leave you in the bed. And then you fall asleep. And you wake up. And you got 1,000 notifications. Because she went and had a threesome with her ex-boyfriend and that girl that he was with, and the OnlyFans footage leaked, and the purse that you bought was in the background.
Dang.
So.
Dang. What'd you think about that, Rick Boy?
Yeah, I think after that one, I'd probably need like a 9mm aspirin. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Like, it kept getting worse, bro. Like, it's bad enough you spend $7,000 on a purse. She tells you got the wrong purse, but she's like, it's cool. You go to a nice steakhouse, which you think is like expensive, whatever. Then her ex-boyfriend show up. He pay for your meal. Like, that's crazy. Then you get back to the house and you trying to, make a little something happen. And she's like, nah, I'm not in the mood. And you like, what? She give you a little sympathy. She's a pillow princess, whatever. Then out of nowhere, she's just like, oh, yeah, see, I'll see you in like a couple days. Then you find out she got cracked by her man. Like, her ex-man's. And not only that, but it was online, bruh. It's online. And the purse you bought her was in the background, son. Bro. Now, look, obviously, it was a made-up story by him, but I feel like dudes go through this.
Yeah.
Like, this is a real reality for some motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
Like, bruh.
But I mean, I feel like that's like the point, like you were teetering in the realm of like, yeah, I have money, I can do all these things for you. And then her ex that was like, yeah, she's not really worth it. She could just be something I play with. Came around, was like, the real realm of being like that is what I do. He walked up with a bad chick. He fucking was like, I'm not going to eat at this shit, I don't fucking eat here.
Yeah,
we're getting drinks. They got pretty good bartender here. Like I know the bartender, so I get.
This is a glorified McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like, I get hooked up here. That's why I come here. Really heavy pours. But the real steakhouse is what we're gonna go to after. And then whatever the fuck he did, where like he either left like a note or two, or he left like a card and was like, yeah, whatever their bill gets racked up to, pay for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Didn't have to know what it was. He was like, whatever it gets racked up to, pay for it. You know what I mean?
Man.
And then from there, it's like, damn, dude. Like you go home, she's like, oh, she sees that look on your face and like, I better do something or else he's gonna pout the whole night. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You just gotta take it like if you can handle it. Cause shit, that was fucking rough. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro. Like you was taking hit after hit. Like you was in the boxing ring with no guard up.
Yeah.
You were just eating punches, bro. Like fuck, and homeboy was just bah, 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 and you're just like,
Oh my god, it's the truth though too. Like that's exactly what it is,
bro. Like he's just rocking your shit.
$7 grand on a purse, wrong purse. Steakhouse, little old steakhouse. You know what I mean? Fucking, he shows up badder thing than yours on his arm. I would not eat here. You know what I mean?
No, bro.
I just come here for the drinks. Then we go to the real spot. You know?
Oh,
get home. Can't even seduce your woman.
Nah.
Fucking, she dips out, gets cracked, and then she probably makes more money than you did just getting cracked from that OnlyFans video. You know? God, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, if that is not a sign, if that's not a determinant of like, I'm never letting that shit happen again, then you might as well just, take that 9mm aspirin. You know what I mean?
Facts,
dude,
bro.
That's insane.
I know I would have a gun in my mouth after shit like that.
Fuck.
You couldn't live, bro. And then on top of that, all your friends,
yeah,
like are like, yeah, they're just messaging you, yo, bro, saw your girl. Like, bro, you can't go back with her.
No,
you know what I mean? Like, you can't. You can't come back from this. Yeah. You're forever the dude that his girl got cracked, like, online. You're forever that guy.
Yeah, and like that's, take that as the opportunity to disappear for a while, because then when you come back, like, all right, yeah, I made sure that shit never happened to me again.
Yeah,
and then you have to come back with more money than the ex-boyfriend at that point.
100%, bro.
And it's not a competition, but like, there's no other way to recover as a dude, really. You know what I mean?
Like, it's a competition, man. You gotta compete, son. Like for men, I feel we're in the realm of competition constantly. Like when it comes to like men in general, I think we're always sizing each other up. We're always like looking at, all right, like do you ever have those thoughts where you kind of look at a motherfucker and you're just like, yeah, I can knock him the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like I can fucking take him. I feel like subconsciously we're doing that all the time until we're able to kind of gauge certain men. Like some dudes you're like, all right, cool. You're like, yeah, I probably wouldn't fuck with him. You know what I mean? And then some dudes you're like, nah, I'm gonna walk all over this nigga. And so I think it's the same like thing when it comes to women, because obviously men were very territorial, so we're the type to look at it like, even when something ain't even ours but it used to be ours, we're kind of just like, I know how that shit work. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he think he know, but he don't know. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of the way I definitely look at men now. When it comes to like men in my circle, a lot of times I don't see them like that, because it's more of just like, nah, that dude, even if he's better than me, it's like, cool, we still have that type of like, we feed off of each other. Yeah. It's like your weaknesses are my strengths are your weaknesses. But when it's just a random ass motherfucker, nah, we don't look at it like that. We're like, nah, yeah, hey, Rick, we could take that. We can take that nigga. You know what I mean? Like, we can fuck that dude. So that's, I think, how that is in there. And that's how I go through life, being honest with you, is I look at it like it's a silent competition. Everybody's trying to make the most amount of money. Everybody's trying to have the most amount of status. Everybody's trying to have the most amount of just, lifestyle in general. And so, and then, you know, what are we competing for? We're competing for women. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Like, women hate to be like objectified or like, you know, being a trophy and all that. But it's like, at the end of the day, you guys want to be trophies. Like, you're not fucking the losers. You're fucking the winners. Like, let's be honest here. Like, in this scenario, like, she was like, nah, I'm leaving the loser to go fuck the winner. That's why he was able to get both girls.
Yeah.
And you was left there, you know, sad and alone. Yeah. Like, bruh. So, hey, man, I don't know. I had saw this video. I was like, bro, this is crazy shit, because there's dudes that are actually living this life, man.
Yeah, man.
Especially with, like, the explosion of OnlyFans and stuff going on. A lot of girls are doing it just being 18. You're like, damn, bitch. Give life a shot.
No, yeah, they're like, I'm not trying at all.
Yeah,
and like
nah.
it's actually become more common than not. You know, I've seen it like on the internet where they're just like, yeah, like I'm just gonna use what God gave me or whatever. I'm like, bitch, half the population got that shit.
Man.
And every woman want to be like, no, well, it's not like me. And it's like, well, yes, the fuck it is.
Facts.
I guarantee you there's at least 150 that are like you.
Facts.
150.
Facts. And that's a guarantee.
And that's like a guarantee in your city, too.
Oh, man.
In your city.
Yeah.
Let alone the fucking world. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
It's not special. It's not anything phenomenal. It's not, that shit's fucking
that's
cooked,
crazy.
You know, but
crazy. But you guys let us know what you think about those videos down in the comments, man. Obviously,
these are fucking heavy.
I know, dude. But I think, bro, especially in the Big 26 right now, bro, women are moving more dangerously than they ever have.
Yeah. Just
because it's very socially acceptable.
Yeah.
You know, I like a lot of people would defend women's crazy bad behavior and nature over a man doing it, and that's just kind of the world we live in. They look at it like, if you sit there and you call this girl a whore and all this kind of stuff, you're just like, oh, you know, no, you can't call her that. She's just sexually liberating herself or whatever. But then, you know, a guy goes and he has, you know, a wife and like 2 girlfriends, and they demonize the fuck out of the guy.
Yeah.
You know, or he's just like, I don't want a girl that's fat. I don't want to date a fat girl. And all of a sudden he's demonized. That's just having a preference.
Yeah.
Man don't even got a girlfriend, but he's just like, nah, I wouldn't date a fat girl. It's like, bro. So I think we've like flipped everything on its head so much to the point where women are just running rampant. And everybody's okay with it. Everybody defends it. Everybody's all right with it. And it's absolute anarchy, because it's like women control who have sex. So since they control who has sex, well, they're only going to give it to the top guys, you know, the top 10% of men. So it's like, if you're not in there or at least exhibiting behavioral traits that you are a top 10% guy, then you ain't getting none. And like, there's even stats that are just like, 33% of men who are of the age of 21 and over are virgins. They got no play. And you're just like, damn, that's crazy. Now, look, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, it's only 33%. Oh, like the other 60%. And it's just like, we don't even know. Yeah. If the other 60% are married or in like a sexless marriage, or they're in a sexless relationship, or, you know, they're not even trying, they fucking went gay. Like, you don't know. You don't know.
They were assaulted and are now abstaining, you know? Like, there's different.
You don't know.
And so, like, I mean, to your point where, like, now things are kind of getting out of control, it reminds me of, like, in the 1920s, they had, like, a similar kind of revolt, if you will, called, the flapper era or whatever.
Yeah.
And where it was, like, now you can show ankle and knee and all that shit. And that was, like, fucking, you know, a goddamn
and it's crazy.
Rebellion.
It's crazy you say that, because it's like we went from ankle and knee to coochie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to have your pussy online.
Yeah.
Back then, it was like, it's okay to have your ankles and your knees out.
Yeah.
They went like completely over.
And that's why I'm curious as to what if the 50s repeats, how that's gonna be. You know what I mean?
Man.
Because, you know, obviously 50s, 60s, 70s, even the 80s was like wild time, dude. They used to be like, dude, your wife doesn't agree with you? Let's give her cocaine.
Yeah.
Let's give her methamphetamine.
Let her be free. It's free love.
Yeah, let's get her heavily medicated so she cooperates.
That's
fucking
crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, that's insane. They had some insane practices, and now things are even differently insane, like same but different, and now it's like, God, fucking, I don't know where the fuck we're headed at this point,
Oh, I know, man, dude. It's getting so bad to the point where it's just like there are whole ass countries that are like, yo, we are on the brink of extinct. Like Korea.
Yeah.
Bro, they're on the brink of extinct. They're not having enough babies. It's one of those things where they're like, for every like 5 old people, there's 1 young couple having a baby. And you like take that times an entire country.
Yeah.
That's crazy for you to have literally 4 times more old people than you do babies. That's crazy. Japan is the same way. Japan, they thought bringing in fucking African Ethiopians into their country, have babies with our Japanese women. And them Japanese women were just like, man, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. You fucking criminal, get out of here. Like, bro, they kicking them niggas out by the droves. So it's like, but they look at it like, Japan is like, bro, we need to have kids.
Yeah.
What I mean? Theirs isn't as worse as the Koreans. I think theirs is 1 in 3. So it's like for every 3 old people, there's 1 baby. But it's just like, that ain't no better. And
I think it's just the societal norms over there, though, because here in America, there's been countless times, in my experience, where you go to a house. When I was doing door to door, I met a chick, didn't even have all of her teeth. She did so much fucking meth. But I was like, oh shit, like, is this your little girl? Like, yeah, you thinking about having any more, right? She was probably like my daughter's age, so like
3 or 4.
No, she was like 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but she's like, I got 10, and I was like, you have what? She's like, I have 10 children. No baby daddy, not around. I don't got my teeth. All I do is meth.
Damn.
And I was like, well, my job here is just to help you with your internet, but thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing that little tidbit.
Right.
She made some good brownies. But other than that, dude, I was like, but what I'm getting at is like, you could be the most fucked up in life over here and still have 10 kids. And that's what like society would be like, yeah, dude, her body, her choice.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I would argue like for even the ugliest of women can still get dudes because the amount of desperation in guys today is crazy. It's why I say it on the show all the time. Guys have what I call one-itis. Yeah. You know what I mean? That is the epidemic that is going through men right now, where they will find one girl, and no matter how big of a hoe that one girl is, they will just, oh, it's fine. Oh, he nutted inside of you. Oh, that's okay. It's fine. Like, it's not that bad. Like, we'll stay married. Yeah. Oh, he took you to do that. Okay, that's fantastic. Yep. That's great.
And meanwhile, she's over there like, it's your fault.
Yeah, you're never home. You always work. And it's just like, bruh. Cooked.
Can't win. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but my thing is like, look, a woman's going to be a woman. She's going to do what she's going to do. Mm-hmm. All right? That's not what I'm complaining about. What I'm complaining about is the fact that men don't leave.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay? That's what I'm complaining about. A lot of people sit there and they're like, oh, you complain about women all the time. Oh, you probably have a problem with women because you don't get them. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no. I understand women better than they understand them fucking selves most of the time. And it gets to a point where I am just like, my brother in Christ, why are you not leaving this woman? What is going on with you? Now, look, I understand if there's special circumstances where it's like you have kids or you're dealing with, some living situation or whatever the case may be. Like, I can understand that 100%. But at the same time, you ain't got to be giving this bitch all your time and all your money and all that stuff. It's like, bro, Nah, you give her what you need, given the circumstances, whether it's kids, whatever, and then everything, all your time and everything else, you say, "Fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna go do what I wanna do."
Yeah.
And if that involves me being over top another woman, so fucking be it. But a lot of dudes are just like, "Oh no, it's okay. My relationship's just fine. Yeah. It is hunky dory." And you're just like, oh.
It's like the get up challenge thing. They're just sitting in the chair, tears rolling down.
Yeah, facts.
Like, yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
No worries. It's fine, You actually get used to the taste of other men's nut when you like, like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
He said you get used to the taste. That's crazy.
Oh, fuck.
Yo, bruh.
I'm pretty sure there's dudes out there that say that shit.
Oh, 100%.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
And it's sad. Oh, it's so sad,
awful.
bro. It's sad, man. Yeah. Hey, oh, man. All right, bro. Yeah, again, you let us know what you thought about the videos and everything like that, bro. That's crazy. All right, we're going to get into our thread for today that just assassinated itself. Hold on. Let me pull the thread back up. I hate when that happens. All right. Our thread for today is, we all know the worst thing she can say is no, and it's bullshit, but what's the worst rejection that you have received? All right. Do you have any of the worst rejections you ever received? Say homie was just like, Michael, what's the worst you could say is no, and you go over there and you're just like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Some of these women be just getting creative. You know what I mean? Like, there's a few that's happened to me personally, and there's some that haven't. But like, I think some of the worst ones is like where they get like actually freaked out. Like you go up to a woman and you're like, just from like being in high school and shit like that, where I'll be like, oh, like like I do like kind of like you, like would you be fine with like being my girlfriend or whatever, just asking like super nice, super whatever, right? May have not been in the best position to be asking that, but it's just, but like for them to like this chick in particular I'm thinking about she was like, what? And then she started gagging, bro. She was like I was like, there's no way, dude, in front of everyone, dude. Like, you couldn't just be like, and like, it took a lot of courage for me to be like, you know what? Like, would you want to be my girlfriend? And then, for her to start gagging in front of people, like, yo, you know what this man just said? Him right here? And I was like,
yo, well.
And that stuck with me for a long time.
Yeah, I bet, dude.
Yeah.
I bet. Well, I share in the sentiment and pain, my brother. I will tell you mine. I remember I took this girl out. We went to go get ice cream. We went to a movie. And then we went to Olive Garden. She was like, that's my favorite place, whatever. We had a great time. Then on the way back to her house, dropping her off after a great time, you think like, oh, shit. She must be really into you, whatnot. I was just like, I did the whole walk her up to her door thing. And that's when I popped the question. I said, hey, like, I think we had a really great time. We should like start, dating for real. And she was just like, oh my God. You're joking, right? And I was like, no, I'm not joking. She was like, oh, well, that's funny. That is so funny. Oh my God. You thought this was a date? And I was like, wait. This, and I, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck? But obviously I'm staying calm, and I'm like, no, yeah, I did think this was a date.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
And she was just like, oh my God, Aaron, you're so funny. Oh my God, you're so funny. Oh my God, please tell me you're joking. Please tell me you're joking. Oh my God. And I'm just sitting there dumbfounded. I don't say shit. I was just like, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Little African dude. Like,
yeah. Okay. Bruh.
Fuck.
Destroyed me.
Yeah.
Destroyed me.
I probably would have had to hit her. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I probably like knowing me, dude. Like, That's the one thing I used, especially back when I was a little bit younger. I could not stand like getting laughed at in my face.
Oh yeah.
So I don't hit women, but like that, it was just like my first instinct is like, damn, dude, I'd probably want to inflict something back,
bro, because
that's insane.
The pain was immense, bro.
Yeah,
it was immense. I was like, I ever since her, I've never been like laughed at or humiliated that much by a girl. It was just. I don't know if I wasn't picking up on the signs or I was just so naive. I don't know what it was, but bruh, woo! And I was probably like, what, 19 or 20 years old. That's back when like I first started working at my first job.
Yeah.
You know, and she wasn't a coworker. She was a customer, and she'd come in all the time. And I just asked her out one day, and she was like, "Yeah, I'd love to hang out with you." And I'm thinking like, "Oh, we in there like swimwear, baby, let's go." And bro, it was bad. Yeah, that shit was bad.
Damn, that
shit was bad. All right, let's get into our thread and let's see what you guys' horrible rejection stories. All right, the worst rejection you've ever received. Okay, I asked a girl out in high school and she just looked at her friends, said ew, and walked away. It crushed my self-esteem for months. Damn.
That's what I'm talking about. I get it. You don't want to. You could just be like, no thanks.
Yeah, but she was like, ugh.
Yeah, she fucking looked at her friends like,
yeah,
exactly. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, him right there, you see what he asked me? That is gross. Like, you don't have to do that. There's no reason for it. None.
Yeah.
You're not saving anything. Fuck. You know what? I'm going to get my homegirl to beat your ass. Fuck that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Damn.
Bro, it just... To me, I couldn't. I would just walk away at that point. I would just walk away, and I would hold that fucking L, man.
Yeah.
I would hold that L because there's just oh man. All right. What is your worst rejection? At a bar with a friend, I asked a girl for her number, and she said, "I have one, but not for you." I went back to my friend, and we laughed and got drunk. Damn. He was like, "Oh, can I get your number?" She's like, "I got a number, but not for you." Like, bro, she literally just took one look at you and was like, "You are so ugly that you are not worth my time at all."
Damn.
Bruh. Like, that's yeah.
Well, that one, that one's kind of just like you chalk it up, plenty of fish in the sea type ordeal.
Yeah, man.
That one's not terrible because it's not like she was like, "No, you're too ugly to know the numbers" or something like that.
But she implied
it. She did imply it, though.
Yeah, 100%. She implied, like, "No, you're ugly. Yeah. How dare you ask me?" And, like, bro, the hubris on some women is crazy, man. The hubris be wild. It's like, bro, you ain't got to do all that. But again, I understand why they have the hubris that they have. You know what I mean? Because there are dudes constantly telling them that they're pretty. There's dudes that are constantly like, "Oh, I'll fly you out, buy you this, do this for you," so on and so forth. Like, I get it. I would have that crazy ass hubris too if bad bitches were, texting me on Instagram all day, telling me I'm handsome, I'm hot, want to, take me places. Like,
yeah, but I don't feel like that's a reflection of you. I feel like that's a reflection of them, because they just like would want it that bad. It's not like you did anything special. Like I say, like there's 150,000 in one city of like every chick, like so like not necessarily you per se. What I mean is like for them, right? Like,
I understand.
Like I can only get flown out or else to entertain a dude, but it's like they only did that because they were desperate enough to fucking want you that bad. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I don't think the girl looks at it like that.
Don't.
I think I think the girl, like, we're able to kind of like look at it and objectively understand, like, bro, they don't want you. It's just they just want to fuck. Like, let's be real. Let's be 1,000. Like, this is not a potential relationship. This is just you getting some dick and that's it. They gonna fly you out, dick you down, send you back. And if you're not putting out, they're just gonna send you back, or you're gonna be stuck there. They're like, all right, cool. There. Yeah, I won't pay for your flight back then. And so that's the type of thing I'm talking about. Is like they get all that type of attention. So when you come up, they're just like, why would I fuck with you?
Yeah.
You could be a great guy, nice guy, everything. You could actually be the guy that she's like, whining and crying about, like, oh my God, we're the nice guys. I wish I had a guy that did X, Y, and Z. You could be that guy, but because they get all that attention, they're just like, why would I entertain you when I have a guy that's willing to fly me out or willing to take me to, an expensive this and that, and you know what I mean? So that's kind of like the thing that I'm getting at, where that's where their hubris comes in. Like, yeah, are these guys desperate and shit? You're 100% right with that, but that really fucks their mind up so much to where when you're a good guy walking up to them, they're just like, why would I even pay attention to you? No thanks. And you're just like, damn, what I do? Yeah. Damn, what fuck me for? Yeah, you out here 50 Cent and shit. All right, on to our next one. What is your worst rejection story? I went to school with a girl I ended up nicknaming JK. Her initials were actually JK, so she never thought much about it. But I called her that because she was always just kidding. She would flirt with you nonstop, make you think she really had a thing for you until you built up the courage to ask her out. Then she'd laugh in your face and say she didn't think about you like that. Weeks later, she'd start flirting again, really pouring it on that she wanted you. Rinse and repeat. Wasn't the worst rejection or anything, but man, was it aggravating to keep falling for it. Damn.
That's your own fault.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that at that point, man. Look, fool me once. All right. Shame on you. Or shame on them. Fool me twice. Shame on you, my guy. Okay? You mean, like, bro. Now, look, I've been victim to that. I ain't gonna lie. I've been victim to that. And then you realize, wait a minute. She just likes the attention of me wanting her while she doesn't want me. And once you realize that, you're kind of just like, all right, cool. Fuck this bitch, I'm out. Yeah. You know what I mean? But, like, it takes a lot for you to, like, realize that. Because what I've noticed, especially doing this show, is men are fucking stubborn. Yeah. They're fucking stubborn. Like, you can give them great advice, and they'll just be like, nah, my situation ain't that dire. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then it goes on for a couple weeks, and then they're like, yeah, man, I took your advice, and, like, I'll let it get worse. Yeah. And you're just like, nigga, come on, man. We told you what it was. I'm telling you, even on the Sunday episodes that we do, we give these dudes advice. They are stubborn. They're like, nah, that it ain't that bad. No, it's not the way you're saying it. No, it's. And then what happens? Exactly what just happened. Yep. You know exactly how I said.
Your girl jumping into your guy best friend's arms. And shit, you know,
bro. Yeah, you're that guy. Yeah. Damn.
And that's what I'm like. For me, bro, like, you take advice, you don't take advice. It's up to you. But at the same time, for like this dude, it's like, you gotta recognize patterns early on. Where I'd been like, you know what? If you two can play at that game, bitch, you know what I mean? Like, you want to start fucking flirting with me, I'll pour it on back. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then, you know, if you don't like it, well, I'm just kidding. You know?
Just kidding.
JK.
Just kidding. Oh, yeah. Because, like, honestly, like, you know how to get, you know how you get those kind of girls? The way you get those kind of girls is exactly what he just said. Is that you just keep pushing the envelope. Just kidding. You like grab her hand, kiss it, and be like, just kidding. Yeah. You know, you be grabbing her and being really, like, aggressive with her and stuff like that, but, like, aggressive romantically with her. And you'd be like, you thought, bro. I saw you blushing, bro. Because then, like, once you play that game back at her, she's like, oh, shit, hold up. Like, wait a minute. You know what I mean? It starts seeping in her head. It's not going to be immediately, but the more you do it and the more you pour that shit on, bro, she's going to be like, wait a minute. Like, maybe I do like homeboy. Maybe I do want to be with him. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know, a lot of people look at, like, manipulation in relationships as bad, but it's like, bro, all of relationships is manipulation. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it really is. You never like the person in the beginning that you're talking to. You just slowly over time are just manipulated by the things that they do and the things that they say into being like, wow, I actually like this person. Like, it's weird, but that's just the truth of it, man. Like, take it how you gonna take it, but man,
I hear you.
Yeah, bro. All right, on to our next one. What is your worst rejection story? This one is a girl. All right, can I answer as a female? I asked a guy to dance in high school, and he went of a half-hour rant. Okay, he went on a half-hour rant about why he couldn't say yes because he wanted someone way hotter to ask him.
Excellent.
He pointed out the list of why I didn't make the grade and
Excellent.
suggested that not having a date would be better than saying yes to me.
Excellent.
Damn.
Excellent.
He was like, here's a piece of humble pie, bitch. No, I was kidding. No, I'm fucking around, but hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Sometimes you gotta be like that, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like I think more men need to be that way with women because I think a lot of guys are too soft on women.
Yeah,
I really do. I think they're far too soft. Like there's moments and times, yes, where you can be amicable and that's fine, but majority of the time it's best to just be blunt as fuck with these bitches and just be like, nah, bitch, like, look, bro, you frumpy, got no ass, you know what I mean? You're short and ugly, you got this lisp going on, I don't know what the fuck's going on with your hair, but it ain't cute. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Who decided that you should have bangs? You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, sometimes a roasting session is needed, but a lot of guys don't want to do it. A lot of guys don't want to do it. They'll sit there and simp all day.
It kind of reminds me of the Meg from Family Guy, where
there's
an episode where she asked someone to the dance, and he was like, could you wait right here for a second? And he was like, God, I can't, Meg. I gotta go to my little brother's funeral that day. And I was like, damn.
I remember that.
Yeah,
oh,
that's what that reminds me of.
Yeah.
He didn't say I have to go to my brother's funeral, but he did, very quickly 30. You sat there too for 30 minutes of where's this going?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got the list right here, dude. So you're pumpy, your ankles are fat, you don't got any ass. I'm not doing that. Anyone in the school could have been way better than you. Actually, now that I think about it, if I didn't have a date, I still wouldn't go with you.
Bruh.
he went on a fucking 30-minute rant of a laundry list of why the fuck he's not going with you. That's pretty bad.
That's bad.
That's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
That's bad, bro.
Yeah.
That's bad, but whatever. They don't care, man. They're like, I don't give a fuck. All right, what is the worst rejection story? I met this girl at a metal concert, specifically Guar. She came up to me and was scared because of the mosh pit and insisted I hold on to her because I was the biggest guy there, 6'5" and 250 pounds. Damn, nigga, you fat. The fuck? Bro. Being 250 at 6'5" is crazy. That's being fat, bro. You should be 210 max. Hey, bruh. All right, she was cute, of course, and I did. After show ended, I forgot to get her number, but gave her a drumstick of one of the opening bands. Fast forward to a few days later, and I get a message on Facebook asking if I was the guy who gave her the drumstick, and I said yes. We ended up hanging out a few times, got lunch, and I asked her out. She was told she does not date younger guys. She I guess was 25 and I was 20 at the time. Fast forward a few days later, I found out she was dating an 18-year-old, so surprised me with a curveball. You just weren't him, bro.
Yeah, you weren't him.
Yeah.
She tested you out, you weren't him, and then she was like, I'm going for someone else.
Either that or she was just she probably didn't find you physically attractive. Let's be honest, bro. You're 6'5", 250 pounds. You're fat, bro. You're fat. And I think she looked at it and I guarantee you this 18-year-old dude that she's fucking with, bro's a Chad. All right, bro's a fucking Chad. Bro's probably he's probably not as tall as you. He probably is 6 foot, but he's he's in shape. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's a lot of women lie when they sit there and they say, "Oh, I want a dad bod guy." No, they don't. No, they don't, bruh. That's the 35 plus chick that is just yo, I just need a man at this point. You know what I mean? She's just fuck the looks. I'm going to go for substance at that point because she can't demand looks anymore. But this girl's 26 and she was just like, bruh, you know. Now it's funny that he had this scenario because I've had this like same scenario, but it didn't go the same way that he had it. Like I met a girl at, I went to the very last Warped Tour that they ever had. And I met a girl there and she, you know, she was, I want to say younger than me. I don't remember, but, you know, she was trying to like stay away from the mosh pit or whatever. And I was just like, oh girl, I got you. You know what I mean?
Get in there.
And I was like, oh girl, I got you, whatever. And so then we were hanging out and, oh shit. We were hanging out and like doing our thing or whatever. And, it was funny. I met her dad, and her dad was just like, "Oh, you know, it's nice to meet you, whatever." Now in Warped Tour, they have a thing where they hand out condoms. All right, her dad handed me a condom, bruh. I was like, you know, like just that silent nod of acknowledgement type deal.
Tip of the hat.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, this is some crazy, you know.
Yeah.
So and so then after that, I ended up. Her dad was just like, oh, you know, give him your number and all that. And so then later on, we ended up hanging out, and she, at the end of like our date or whatever, she was just like, so like, yeah, I'm lesbian, and I'm like,
bruh,
what? Huh? Yo, does your dad know? Because that nigga gave me a condom like we was about to fuck. So, like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, literally.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. Hey.
That's wild, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Shit. Yeah. All right, there we go. Oh, shit. All right, sorry about that. Technical difficulties here. All right. Did you have anything to add to that one?
No, that one was like, yeah, dude, I don't know what to tell you. You were probably just not the most physically attractive, like my boy said. And, you know, she, like I said, she was just testing the waters probably because you guys did hang out. And then she was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to just make up some bullshit. It's because you're young.
Yeah. Because if she's dating a guy far younger than you, that tells me all I need to know.
Yeah.
Man, bro's a Chad. It is what it was. All right, on to the next one. What is your worst rejection story? Making small talk at a bar with a girl and offered to buy her a drink. She said, no, I'll buy you a drink. Can't argue with that. I thought and accepted. She got me a gutter shot. Apparently she was dating the bartender, and it was a thing they did whenever she got hit on. Oh. Apparently a gutter shot is when the bartender scoops up the shot glass full of whatever. Spilled drinks ended up in the trough behind the bar. It's disgusting and probably not sanitary. Anyway, she was a bitch and that bartender was an asshole. Yo!
Yep. You gotta go back and beat the shit out of that bartender.
Yeah, bro. There ain't no way you gonna serve me some shit like that.
Yeah. What
That's crazy.
Especially when I find out, like, oh shit, they hear again. Yeah, I found out what a gutter shot is. You're cooked.
You facts.
You're cooked. Not the woman. She, like, you know.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But the bartender, that was just like, whatever falls behind the trough, then you're like, yeah, dude, let me just scoop that in there. Here's your shot.
Here you go, buddy.
Here you go, buddy. Enjoy
Yeah.
it. And you're just like, oh, yeah.
Oh, thanks, babe. Yeah. What's going on? You're like, oh, bruh. That's got to be the worst.
Yeah. Fuck people.
Damn. Yeah, no, we fighting, bro. Yeah. We fighting. I got to fight you on that one. All right, this will be our last one. What is your worst rejection story? A girl in high school told me in front of others that if I was the last man on earth, she would rather have sex with a gorilla than me. Damn.
Stop the cap.
Why you out here lying like that?
Oh, yeah. That's so dramatic, dude.
You know what I mean? So like, why you out here lying like that? Come on, bro. It's bad.
And that's why I'd be like, bro, listen, like, you don't have to go that hard, bro.
You know, either that or she was just like, I'd rather sleep with a big buff black guy than you.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, bro, man, that's crazy, son. That's crazy. Oh, women are villains, man. They are villains, bro. Golly, we got super villains running around. It's just insanity, son. But hey, It is what it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's probably gonna create some stronger men or get rid of the weak ones.
Exactly. Hopefully it does. I don't think it is. I feel like the OnlyFans epidemic, as well as like the streamer culture, is really just keeping men soft, bro. It really, like, if you look at a lot of the top female streamers and stuff, what are they? They're cosplayers. You know, they're OnlyFans girls, they're ex-strippers, or, you know what I mean? They're doing something with their sexuality to a degree. It's like, or they're like fainting like, oh, don't look at my booty, oh, but she's wearing tight-ass pants. And you're just like, bro, what the fuck? Like, that shit pisses me off the most. I can't stand it when a girl is like doing something clearly sexual and then she's just like, oh, don't stare at me like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and I'm actually gonna name drop Cinna. Fuck you, bitch. All right, fuck that bitch. I'm just gonna say it. I don't care anymore. Yeah, that girl does that so much. Every clip I see of her, she is doing something overly sexual and being like, "Why are you staring at my ass? Why? Oh my God, kill yourself. Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, you're weird."
Who is that?
Cinna she's some fucking fat bitch that's that everybody's like, oh, she's thick and she's curvy. No, that bitch is fat. Get the fuck out of here. And she's a streamer and she doesn't really do anything on stream, really. She just kind of sits there and talks about openly how her fans are weird and how she's like, oh, you guys aren't my friends, you guys aren't people I care about. I'm just like, bruh, what? Like, you're saying that. Like I said, I stay closer to the streamer world probably than you do.
Yeah.
But in seeing a lot of that stuff, to me, I'm just like, what the, like, do you not know your fan base? Do you not know why niggas are there? Like, bruh, do you not understand that, bruh? Like, what are we talking about? And that to me is just like she's probably the biggest example that I know. I mean, I'm sure there's other one, like Amaranth is another one. There's another one, I just can't remember her name at the moment. But a lot of these bitches, they just overly sexualize themselves for no reason. It's like, if you had a personality and you were actually funny, then yeah, I probably could respect your craft. But I can't, because you're just going to put scantily clothes on and sit there and pretend like these guys are here for you. And it's like, they're not. They're not. And then you try to pretend like they are there for you. They're like, no, my fan base loves me. No, they care about me a lot. And in reality, bro, they just trying to see some titties. You know what I mean? They're just trying to see your ass when you turn around. And you do it on purpose. That's the fucking thing for me. It's like, you do it on purpose. I don't know.
Is she like that bitch Pokimane or whatever?
Oh yeah. But like to a way higher degree. Like Pokimane does it, but she does it in such a covert way that you can't really call her out on it too much. She's got a very justifiable reason for doing whatever. But this girl, Cinna, no. And Cinna and Pokimane are friends, and they stream pretty regularly together. Not as regularly as she would that Valky Ray girl, but you know what I mean? And like all of those chicks, if I'm being honest with you, like Emaru is part of it. You know, that little skinny Chinese girl. Like, she's fucking part of it too. Like, she will literally sit there and like put on a cosplay, but it's like obviously a lewd version of whatever character that she is doing, and she will perfectly frame her titties and just be like, oh guys, yeah, I love this outfit, it's great. And it's just like, bro, we know why you're there. We know why niggas are there. They're there beating their dick to you because you're softcore porn. Like, come on, man. I don't know how I got into this rant, but whatever, man.
Yeah, I don't even know who those people are, but I mean, well, Pokimane, because she said the N-word, but you know, that was a big laugh to me. Yeah.
Oh shit. I mean, okay, look, if you're the type of person, like if you're a black person out there and you get offended at somebody that's not black saying the N-word, you're a child. Okay? You're a fucking child, bro. Like, it's one of those things where black people call each other nigga to take back the word. And then you go and give it its power back when you get mad at somebody else saying it. Like me, whenever other people's call me nigga, I'm like, yo, what up? Even if they use the ER, I'm like, you damn right I am. It takes all, because then they sit there and they're like, oh, all right. You know what I mean? But if I blow up and I get mad, they're like, yes, this is what I wanted you to do. This is why I wanted you to be mad. But if I say, hell yeah, I am, they're like, oh, all right, well, you know what I mean? It takes the power straight out of the word for them. It takes it right out of their fucking mouth. And that's why I don't understand. And I try to tell, my fellow black brothers, I'm like, bro, don't get mad at that shit. Accept it. Be like, you damn right. Yeah, I am a nigga. The fuck we talk about? You're like, bro, it take the power away from the word. Don't give the power right back. That's stupid. It's why we started calling each other niggas in the first place. To take back the power. But you want to give it back to them. Like, what are you doing? That's stupid. That's low IQ. Like, if you're a high IQ individual and you're smart enough to understand, like, how power dynamics work in words, you would know to be like, yeah, I am. I damn right I'm a ninja. Yeah, I am. Damn right I am. And that white dude's going to sit there and be like, well, yeah, you are. And like, yup. Give me a high five, buddy. Make them feel stupid, bruh. Like, I don't know. Look, say what you want to say, but, feel how you want to feel about it. I don't know if you want to give your 2 cents. I'm not.
No, it was a good take. It was good.
All right, let's get into our announcements for the show. God damn, it's been a hot and heated show today.
Yeah, it has.
It has been a hot and heated show. We thank you for being here on the Misogyny Podcast.
Don't jump into your guy best friend's fucking arms like that. That's what I gotta say.
Oh man. And don't take your girl out after you bought her a $7,000 purse. Oh shit, bro. All right, so patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast, get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday Sunday show, just like these lovely people did for today. We got the doctor in the house, so get your scenarios in if you want to read by them. Definitely let me know if you want me to save the scenario for Sunday and not necessarily do it on Tuesday. That's totally fine. We do get people doing that. So yeah, get over there on the Patreon, man. Audio listeners, thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys are the absolute goats, and I appreciate it so very much for you guys coming out every week, downloading the episodes, as well as rating us 5 stars on your preferred platform. Thank you so much, and I appreciate all of that. If you want to help out even more, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. All right. If you guys want to get further, consulting and help and all that other stuff, go ahead and follow our boy over here at Mike Life 333.
Yeah.
Links are down in the description. Instagram and TikToks are linked down below. Definitely get in his DMs, hit him up, whatever the case may be. All right. Or even just to drop him a follow. You know what I mean? That's great too. All right. So, you ready to get into today's scenarios?
I'm ready.
Let's get it. All right, our first one is, am I the asshole for saying no to my best friend and her boyfriend to stay over at my place? All right, let's start. Me, 21 female, my best friend, 20 female, has been dating this guy, 21 male, for a year now. We are all in uni together. She lives with her parents and he lives in a dorm, so they do not have any privacy for spending time together. If you know what I mean, they're talking about sex.
Why couldn't you just say that?
Right? Like, come on, bro. It's fine. My boyfriend is is an inconsiderate person. He is very emotionally distant. He has no boundaries with his female friends, which makes my best friend very uncomfortable all the time. He ghosts her, tries breaking up randomly, then is extremely loving towards her all of a sudden. He is definitely toxic. This thing is, she is so blinded that she cannot see how much bad stuff is. Okay, I guess bad stuff is going on. I tried talking to her, but it's of no use. Anyways, that's the point. My family has a farmhouse 1 hour away from the city. The boyfriend, who I am not even close to, keeps insisting that I should call both of them over so that it's a small getaway for our friends. But I clearly know that it's his intention, because he is jokingly keeps making comments like I haven't had any alone time with her. It's making me frustrated and all. Bro, why don't you fuck her in your car, bro? Something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would, at that point, I would be like, baby, look, we don't get the time. We got to do it in the car. I know it ain't romantic. I know it ain't comfortable, but shit. when a nigga need a nut, nigga need a nut. I'm just saying. You gotta do what you gotta do. I know that both of them just want to come over and do the deed, have sex. Since I stopped replying to his text, he makes me, or my best friend texts me repeatedly about coming there. I am uncomfortable with the fact that someone just wants to come over to my house to do it. So I say no and make up some excuse, but they cannot take no for an answer. I ended up going off on her saying, book a hotel if you are that desperate. You cannot force me, so now stuff is bad. Am I the asshole? What you thinking?
I mean... There's two ways I'm gonna go about it. The first way, right, in my opinion, is like, why are you cock blocking, man?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I get it. You're like, oh, this is uncomfortable, blah blah blah, whatever. But it's not like they're asking you to be present in the room, like. But then again, the other side to that, and the side I would obviously you want more geared toward is like. Obviously, protecting your home is a very important thing because the energy that you share with people at your house can be very poisoning. So, like you said, they're toxic, they're fighting, right? Say they come over to your house and he doesn't like the way that they fuck or whatever. And then now it's like an issue where, like, he's like breaking shit or I don't know what. He sounds toxic. So, like, he's probably not someone you should let in your home. But, I can't say that you just denying them because you're uncomfortable is, like, the best thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, you're friends with that. I don't know who the fuck's friends with who at this point, actually. It was kind of confusing to hear the way you said it.
Yeah, but, well, like, just know they're all friends, technically. So, it's like she's friends with, this girl, and that's her best friend, and then she has a boyfriend, so by proxy he's her friend as well. But she doesn't like the way that he treats her, and so that's why she's like, no, he can't come over. Like, what the fuck, why are you even letting this nigga fuck you if he's doing all this toxic bullshit? But she realizes her friend is so blindly in love that she's just willing to take the abuse because it's good dick, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what this dude is slinging, but
I mean, that's why I'm like, I could see it, right? Because protecting your energy is very important. So it makes sense in this scenario. But like, if they were like happy and just like could not get like any time together, which I mean, like you said, the car, there's hotels, whatever the fuck.
Man, there's something.
They're just at this point making shit up just to fuck at your house, But yeah, like if they were like happy and like together and like fine, I would say like don't be a cock block. But since they're being toxic, I wouldn't say in this scenario you're being an asshole by being like,
100%. Because like my thing is I don't think you're the asshole at all. I think it's a thing where you're in a situation where you see what's going on, and we've dealt with these scenarios before, where it's one of those things where it's like, no matter what I say, no matter what I do, you're gonna just stay in this shit storm of a relationship, and all I can do is just let it play out, let your dumb ass get hurt, and then I'm just gonna be there for you at the end. But 100%. I mean, you got to at that point, like, I told you fucking so, you stupid bitch, because she needs that. It's like she's gonna need that, bro, because if you don't, she's gonna go back to him.
Right.
All right. If you don't, she's going to go back to him. Yeah, they'll break up and you'll be like, oh, thank God. And you'll be like, no, don't worry, girl. Like, you don't need him anyway. This and that. A week later, they're back together. But if you sit there and you shame her and you're just like, bitch, I told you, you stupid. He only cared about you for what's between your legs, dummy. Like, I fucking told you that. You got to shame her. And then she's going to be like, oh, damn. Like, because that's going to burn into her skull. And when homeboy's crawling back, talking about, oh, babe, I loved you. I cared about you. You were my only twin flame. You know what I mean? Whatever cringy ass shit niggas be saying nowadays. It's one of those things where it's going to work on her because she's going to be like, twin flames? Definitely. And it's just like, But if she's got that shame seared into her head, she's going to think twice. I'm not saying she's not going to go back. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying she's going to think twice. Like, my friend was kind of right. Like, do I want to go through that again? So, and then again,
and then she's gonna say yes, and then she's gonna be stupid.
Yeah. Factual. So again, we think you're not an asshole. We look at it like, bro, you just gotta let your friend. You gotta let her sink on the Titanic, bro. You know what I mean? And then when she's ready, you know, you can pick her up off the door.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
When she's ready to see that 2 people will fit on the door, she'll get on the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now, she's like, there's no room.
Yeah,
even though there's a chair, there's a dinner table, there's fucking candlelit dinner. Like, there's plenty of fucking room. She's just ignoring it.
Yeah, 1000%. All right, let's get on to our next one. Am I wrong for being pissed that my friend slept with my ex and acts like it's no big deal? All right, I, late 20s female, was hanging out with a group of friends I've known since high school. One of them, Samantha, we will call her, has been in my life for over a decade. We've gone on trips together, been there for each other through college, breakups, jobs, getting fired from jobs, all of it. I always thought we had a solid friendship. Solid. Back in high school, I dated a guy, I'll call him Ryan. To keep it anonymous. For about a year, it was my first real relationship. It wasn't just a casual thing. I was really into him, and the breakup hurt. Even though it wasn't dramatic, it took me a while to move on. Fast forward to now, we're all adults. Years removed from teenage drama, out of nowhere, Samantha casually mentions that she slept with Ryan back then, not long after we broke up. She said it like it was some random memory, no hesitation, no awkwardness, just, oh yeah, we hooked up once after you guys split up. I was completely caught off guard. I didn't react much in the moment because I was honestly in shock and I didn't want to cause a scene. But internally, I was furious. Not because I still have feelings for Ryan. Yeah. I absolutely don't. I know, right?
Stop the cap.
But because it feels like a boundary, I just don't cross with close friends. I would never sleep with one of my close friends' exes, especially someone they had serious relationship with. And if for some reason it did happen, I'd at least talk to them about it first. Or at the very least, I wouldn't bring it up years later like it's some harmless antidote. What bothers me most, or almost more than anything, is the actual hookup, is how cruel or casual she was about it. No acknowledgement that it might be weird. No, hey, I wasn't sure how you'd feel about this. Just total indifference. Now, I'm wondering if I'm stuck in some outdated mindset. We were broken up. It was high school. It's been years. So part of me thinks I shouldn't care, but another part of me feels like this says something about her respect for me and our relationship. Am I in the wrong for being upset about this? Is this just something people do and I need to get over it? Or is it fair to see this as betrayal even if it happened a long time ago?
Betrayal?
Right?
What the fuck are you talking about? God damn it. I mean, like, I can understand from the nuance of, like, they might have been making eye contact while y'all were together, right? However, she didn't even say why they broke up. That's the annoying part, right?
Yeah, she just said they amicably broke up. It was like, oh, but I was really into him.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, all right, so if you say I can't say the word. You
amicably.
You know what I'm trying to say. If you guys broke up on good terms, right? You guys determine, like, you guys are no longer meant for each other. He's not romantically involved with you. You're not romantically involved with him. Nope. It hurt. That's for true. Yeah, I get it. It hurt. Because no shit, it's going to hurt, dude. That makes sense. But at the same time, you're not entitled to any part of him anymore. Just like he's not entitled. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just because you guys were friends, right, doesn't mean that, like, you and her have, like, this pact or whatever to never fuck with anyone that you guys had feelings for. Because at the end of the day, right, I could not understand why it is you think that way. You know, you have your own reasons as to what it means to you, but that's simply what it is. Like, you have those definitions for yourself, you know, which is why she probably didn't see it that way at all. Like, you guys have never done anything like that before. You guys have probably never talked about, like, oh yeah, do you think it's cool if someone sleeps with your ex or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's for from someone like myself, right, I wouldn't give a fuck because you guys have agreed to like, well, at least for me, I have agreed to never fuck with you ever again in any way, shape, or form.
100%.
Like, we're not friends. We're not, whatever. Like, now, if there's stuff you have to handle because there's more to it than just, like, a breakup, then that makes sense, right? But since you guys don't have kids, you were never married, you never had any, like, legal ties together of, like, cars, whatever the case may be, what the fuck does it matter? He's a stranger now at that point. You
Facts.
know what I mean? And for you to say, like, oh, no, it's because I don't have feelings for him anymore. Like, no, that's not what it sounds like at all. It sounds like if he came back and was, like, presenting himself as, like, you know what, dude? Like, I feel like we made a mistake. Like, let's try this again. You'd be like, yeah, dude, you know what? I'd give it a shot. Because if you truly didn't care for him in that regards anymore, it wouldn't bother you.
Yeah,
you're trying to have
exactly.
control over some shit
Exactly.
that doesn't matter, and now you're over here like mad at your best friend when she was the one that was like, she understands, like, dude, it doesn't mean anything. You guys weren't together.
Facts. And you even said it didn't mean anything.
Yeah, you're just nitpicking at this point. And
yeah.
It's like, don't just say like it's something you gotta like accept and like get past. You know what I mean? Like, you have to fully understand and take it to heart, or it's always going to bother you.
Yeah, and you got to understand, like, the moment you guys broke up, he was ready and willing to move on anyway.
Yeah.
I get you weren't, but you can't put that expectation on him.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't project your feelings or how you're going to handle the situation or the breakup onto them. Like, you're going to be sad and upset and single for, 6 months or whatever, because that's how you get through things. Him, though, he's probably just like, damn, man, that fucking sucks, but her friend's trying to hit me up, so let's see what's up. You know what I mean? Like, if he's willing to move on right away, he's willing to move on right away. If you're not willing to do that, then you're not willing to do that, and you kind of got to be okay with that. Like, for me personally, if Michael's my best friend, you guys know that, of like damn near 20 years now. Yeah. If he were to have sex with any of my ex-girlfriends, no matter how far, we've gotten, and he told me that, I'd be like, game's game. Yeah. It is what it is. Like, I'm not with her anymore. We are not together anymore. She decided that that's a person that she wanted to sleep with. Yeah. It is what it is. Like, even if I sat there and thought to myself, damn, while we were together, was she looking at him like, ooh, it doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
At that point.
Yeah, at that point, bro, we already broke up. Yeah. It's over. And then she did it. Yeah. So it's like, who cares at that point? And so that's why, for me personally, I'd be like, it is what it is. I'd be like, hey, Riggin, that's cool. You know what I mean? Yeah. So again,
it's the same way, because like people will do the same shit with like modified cars that they sell or whatever the case may be. Like, oh, I fell on hard times, put a lot of work in this car here, like, let me sell it to you. And then like the other person will completely gut it, redo the paint, redo everything, change it up, and I'm like, well, that's not the vision I had for the car. Like, why the fuck you doing that? It's
exactly.
Like,
so you already sold the car.
You sold the car. It's not yours anymore. Yeah. They have their own vision, their own life. Like, shut the fuck up and do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I agree, dude. You already determined like we're not going to be together, especially because you guys never tried again after that.
Yeah.
You guys were like, it's never gonna happen ever again. We're fine. And then for you to be like, oh, she slept with him and so casually, like, no shit. He probably slept with other chicks so casually too.
Facts.
Are you gonna be upset at them, or is it because you know her? And it's like, well, if you know her and that's upsetting, then what is it about that dynamic of you knowing her and her sleeping with your ex that really bothers you? Is it just the control of having like friends that will do that, or like what is that? Like, you know what I mean? These are questions you need to ask yourself, and it's like, what is like the true underlying reason of why it is I'm not okay with it?
Because I think you hit it like head on the nail. She wants to control a situation that she has no control over anymore. Yeah. And I think once you said that, I was like, case closed, Your Honor. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because, dude, that's exactly what she's doing. She wants control over that situation, and she's just like, I have no control over it. This infuriates me. Yeah. And I think that's why she was so mad and like, calling it betrayal and all this. Like, bro, it makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense. You guys let us know what you think about that one in the comments. Agree with us, don't agree with us, let us know. All right, on to our next one. Am I the asshole for wanting to get a tattoo of a fictional woman while in a relationship? All right, I am a 19 male in a relationship with a woman, 19 female, for a year now, and long before I knew her, I wanted to get a Medusa tattoo on my arm because of my past sexual assault trauma. Okay, that's all right.
What the fuck?
Sure, dude.
All right.
This symbol is really important to me because I am an SA survivor, and I wanted to get my first tattoo with a bigger meaning. That's why I chose Medusa, symbol of strength and SA survivors. But my girlfriend is mad at me for even thinking about getting a tattoo of some random lady. And she's basically jealous of a character of mythology. We talked about it a few times, but every time I mentioned a word tattoo in our conversation, she gets mad at me. Should I just let her win and get a different type of tattoo?
No.
Bruh.
This symbol was extremely important to me, but at the same time, I don't want to ruin a relationship because of some tattoo. But in the second hand, it's my body and it should be my choice. Every time I mentioned it, she told me she won't be able to look at my body if I get this tattoo.
Good.
Bro, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing, my guy?
Have it, dude. Him right there.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? Look. If this was the other way around, she would get that tattoo. She would not let you control her like that. She would be like, no, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm going to get it anyway, and I'm going to do it. It's my body, my choice, blah, blah, blah. And you're over here contemplating not doing something that means a lot to you, mind you. Now, look, this ain't no, like, anime hentai tattoo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if there was some bullshit like that, all right, I understand. If you're trying to get, like, Selena Gomez tattooed on your chest or some bullshit, okay, then I fucking understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. I'm like, all right, bro, what the fuck are we doing here? But no, this is a symbolic tattoo to you. So the fact that it's a symbolic tattoo, it's like you either accept this or you kick rocks, baby girl. Yeah. Because the fact that I'm going to get this tattoo, that means a lot to me, you know, and this is coming from somebody who has a lot of tattoos. I look at it like, even in my past relationships, you know, my ex-fiance, she hated, you know, the fact that I had a lot of tattoos because when we first met, I only had one. I only had the one up here on my arm. And then I added on everything else while we were together. And she didn't like that. She didn't like the fact that, you know, I was the type of person that loved, you know, to express myself through body art on myself. She didn't like that. And I told her, I was like, look, you can either accept this version of me or you can leave.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I won't be mad at you. I get it. That is how you don't have this vision for your partner and all this kind of stuff. That's fine. And you give her that ultimatum because if she decides to leave, well, guess what, bro? It was just your turn. You know what I mean? It was just your turn. You weren't, yeah, that's what it comes down to. And so, you know, you got to understand that when it comes to things that are extremely important to you, your partner almost has no say, bro. Almost no say.
Yeah, I mean, to be real, right? Like, you explained it in the beginning where it's like you survived SA, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, for her to try to take any part of that away from you,
it's crazy.
It's crazy work, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't there with you, right? She wasn't the one that did it. She wasn't the one that's like invested in like other people that have survived SA. Right? She knows nothing about this is what I'm getting at. And for her to try to tell you like, oh, well, you know, like it makes me uncomfortable because she's a woman. And it's like, okay. And you know what? You can kick rocks and be uncomfortable over there. Does that sound fun?
Exactly.
Does that sound fair? No, you don't want that? Then I suggest you probably, what should we do? Shut the fuck up? All right. You know, like at the end of the day, like you said, dude, it's your tattoo. And we say it on the show all the time. Do not do what women fucking say. You're not going to get anywhere doing that.
No, you're not, bro.
Because then they're going to start puppeting you and then being pissed that they can puppet you. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be so annoying, dude. Like,
That's so facts.
It's the truth. You know what I mean? They're like, do this, do this, do this. well, why the fuck you making me do all the work and like I run the household and like,
why are you not being a man? Like, bro, no, because it's one of those things where the moment you let your woman lead, she will lead you to the end of the relationship. That is all they're going to do. Like, women want to be led. They want to be told what to do. They want that strong semblance in there. And if you can't give her that, bro, trust me, man.
Don't think that we're saying like don't listen to her at all, right? Like
no.
Take some heed of what she's saying, right? Take some real consideration.
Yeah.
This is just not one of those times, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, this for sure is like one of those things where it's like this is a symbol that means something to you that was very traumatic in your life, right? And like there's obviously people that say forget the past, but I'm not for something that's traumatic, I don't think that's something that you should follow. What I'm getting at, though, is, like, if she can't get over it, then she's not the one for you anyways. You know what I mean? You're like, I don't want to ruin a relationship because of a tattoo. Yes, you do. Because you want a partner that's going to support you in the ways that you find strength within yourself, you know? Like, this is a symbol of strength for you and what you've been through, right? If it was some, like he said, some bullshit where it's like, I just love titties so much, I'm going to get titties all over my body, then it's like, all right, dude, that's kind of fucking retarded.
Yeah, like, what the fuck are we doing here?
You're for you to just, like, get a symbol of something that was traumatic that you survived and now you take it as a sign of strength, and for her to be like, no, don't get that, and you're like, oh, well, maybe I should. No, dude, that's not okay. You got to stick to your guns. If it ruins the relationship, that's good. Yes. That is a good thing.
Yeah, because all that lets you know is that this relationship just wasn't meant for you.
Yes, yeah.
It's a telltale sign. It's like everybody always gets to the end of the relationship and they're just like, how did I not see it? Oh my God, there wasn't any signs. And it's like, there always are. It's just, I get it and I understand. Like, when you're in the thick of it and when you're in these scenarios and stuff, you don't really see it. You try, because you only see the best in your partner. You only see, like, them in a good light.
Yeah.
And so I can understand why he's just like, no, but my girl is so great. And, you know, she's super sweet and does this and that for me and blah, blah, blah. And so you don't think that this is, like, with bad intentions, but it's like, it is.
Yeah.
Just because everything else she does is in good intentions doesn't mean that she doesn't have bad intentions for you in any capacity. And so it's like, in this scenario and in this situation, you have to be like, hey, if you're not willing to accept me for me and what I want to do with my body regardless, then we don't need to be together. We just don't. Yeah, especially like how you said, where, you know, if it's something that traumatic, bro, you're not just gonna get over that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You need something symbolistic to, like, be able to keep giving you that strength every day, because it's one of those things where it's like, you can have strength for a day, but that strength fades in a month. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so
having that visual there is going to really help keep
100%.
Strength,
every time he sees it, it's a reminder.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you know, because I'm the same way. You know, I always say this, like, I watch a lot of financial shit sometimes. Yeah. And, like, you know, when I be watching financial shit, I be like, oh yeah, I gotta get my money together, keep it right and tight, and then, like, I don't watch financial shit for like maybe 2 or 3 days, and then I go spend my money stupidly, and then I go back to watching the financial shit. I'm like, shit, that's me. I be spending my money on dumb shit too, you know. So yeah, it's just you need that constant reminder. Yeah. You know, every day. Like I said, you can have knowledge for a day, but it'll fade in a month. And so that is something where I'm just like, yeah, you gotta just look at it like this. Talk to her and be like, hey man, if you don't want me doing this, that's cool. We don't got to be together.
Yeah.
And you get that tattoo, my guy. All right. You guys let us know what you think about that one in the comments. All right. Agree with us? Disagree? Let us know. Okay. Our next one. My girlfriend will break up with me if I go on a guy's trip with my best friends. Good. Good. Bye.
That's the thread. That's it. Yeah. Fucking dumbass. Fuck. That's, good. Yeah. Oh, my. Oh my God, bro.
Oh shit. All right. We're gonna be oh fuck.
Save you some time. You know?
All right, bro.
I found all that shit. Nah, dude, good. Fuck.
All we need is the title. That's it. We're done.
Oh, fuck.
It's over. Bro is listening to this like,
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
you're not going to help me? You're not going, what the fuck, guys? Ah, shit, bro. All right. We gonna help you out as much as we can. But, I mean, we're pretty dead set on this, bro. All right. We're both 26. I was in high school. I would talk to my friends about a Europe trip. It was one of those things I always thought would happen when I was a grown-up. And finally, could do those things. Okay. Now that the time is here and my girlfriend is telling me if I go, she'll break up with me. We've been together for 3 years. The problem is that the trip isn't on the books yet, so I don't know what to do. She says things like, you care more about going on a guy's trip than me and whatever. She started crying and saying that she's not comfortable with it and saying I don't care about her feelings. It's a huge fight now. On one hand, I respect it. It makes her uncomfortable, but I don't know what to do or how to handle this, frankly. Help would be nice. What do I do? Oh, man.
Well, it's, it is a good point, right? Yeah. I would say my first instinct was like, just change the trip to be you and her. But at the same time, she might actually just fucking ruin it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
She might woman it up and then fucking like, I want to go see this and this and this, and then like whatever you had planned, you have to now plan around what she wants, which could not be all bad, right? It's not like she could have only terrible ideas or whatever, right?
But it's just you have an idea of what this trip is gonna be, and it's just you're not gonna be happy. You're gonna be going to the Champs-Elysees and you're gonna be like, bruh.
Yeah.
I wanted to be up in the club, with my boys turning up, you know what I mean? So I get that 1,000. My thing is, bro, you gotta let her. Like, a lot of you dudes need to give girls ultimatums, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, motherfuckers be trying to sit there and be like, ultimatums are bad and ultimatums are controlling and this, that. Nah, bro. Women are giving niggas ultimatums all the damn time, bro. And men need to start giving women ultimatums. You need to sit there and just be like, look, I'm going on this trip. And if you don't like it, I understand that, but you have to be able to trust me. Like the fact that you're not allowing me to do this just shows me that you don't trust me. And then it also makes me think that you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, or you've done something that you weren't supposed to do. Exactly. And so it's like, if you want to break up with me by the time I get back, that's fine. If you want to be gone and, we never talk, that is what it is. But just know that I love and respect you, but this whole thing where you're not trusting me and whatnot, like, I can't let that slide like that. I can't do that. You know what I mean? That's just not cool, bro. And especially, I guarantee you're the type of guy that if she wanted to go on a girl's trip, you'd be like, oh, okay, go ahead. You know what I mean? Just text me, make sure you're okay, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, you would have no problem letting her go. I would, but I'm just saying, you're different than I am. You would probably be like, no, it's okay. It's all good. Go ahead, have fun, whatever. And so that's understandable. And my biggest thing is, I just think that she doesn't trust you. And if you don't got trust, man, there ain't no relationship, my guy.
Yeah, for sure.
You ain't got it. Yeah, bro. And that's why we're just like, you're cooked, fam. It's over. It's done. Good.
Yeah, good. I mean, you get it out the way. It's over. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you just give her that ultimatum, bro. And I think a lot of guys just don't want to give girls ultimatums. Yeah. They're so hung up on like, oh, I don't want to lose this girl though. Oh man, if I just stay home, then it's like I'll have my girl. But it's like, bro, really? Why you're gonna do this over a girl when it's like you can go hang out with your boys and meet girls over there? Let me tell you, bro, them French girls, man, they like some American niggas. I met a French girl in fucking what is it in Vegas, and I went to Vegas with my family because and this was 2, maybe 3 months after me and my ex-fiance just split up. And so we had just split up. It was my birthday. My mom and her boyfriend were just like, hey, come to Vegas with us, get out of the house, get your mind off it, whatever. I'm like, all right, let's do it. I went, didn't think I was gonna have some fun, whatever. I went out on this little excursion thing or whatever, and this French girl happened to be there, you know what I mean? Used the Google Translate Riz. You know what I mean? Hey, we was doing the dang thing, man. Nice, yeah. I'm just saying. So it's like, bruh. Let me just be honest with you, man. Like, them French girls out there, they gonna be like, what's up? So don't hold yourself back for one chick, bro. Yeah. Again, you got one-itis, my nigga. That's what it is. You got one-itis. Yeah. You got that one-itis big time, son.
But, I mean, like, to that degree, right? It's one of those things where you give her the ultimatum, and she does end up like, all right, you know what? I do trust you. And then you go out there, don't do some shit that's untrustworthy. You know what I mean? Because then at the end of the day, like, she was right. And then you might as well have just broken up with her anyways.
Facts.
Like, just fucking, like, So that's the thing where it's like, I don't know what you have planned for your trip, but if it's something you can change to where she can go on it and she wouldn't ruin it, then do that. If not, give her the ultimatum, and because at the end of the day, 3 years doesn't really mean shit in the grand scheme of things, because 1 year with a great person, 1 month with a great person can override those 3 years.
That's facts.
But yeah, if you do go, if she does accept it and you do go, be trustworthy. If she doesn't accept it, still go, and then you just find someone new. It's easy.
Yeah. I think what he's going to do is he's going to take your advice. He's going to invite her.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And I like that you gave that advice because it's very pragmatic. Like, that's the most likely thing he's going to do. He's going to go ahead and just, Yeah. So, all right, man. Hey.
It might not be bad, I mean, I just know that, like, from experience, dude, like, you can invite them, but it's just, like, you got to be ready for, like, the headache that's going to come with it,
Yeah. So, like we said, bro. Good. Good. Thank God. That's all I can say to you, bro. Good. All right. You guys let us know what you think about that one in the comments. We'll get on to our next one. Am I wrong for being upset with my boyfriend for not allowing me to go to the gym? Am I wrong for being upset about this situation? Me and my boyfriend are both 19, and I have been dating for several months. I recently got a new job, which is great, but he's not happy about the hours that I work, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. As of the past few months, I have gotten back and going to the gym and being consistent, but it's on and off. The gym I normally go to is 15 minutes away from my house, and before this job, I would go before work. But since I got this job, it's been very tiring, and I like to get my extra sleep. My boyfriend does not like me going out late at night unless it's to his house, which is 25 minutes away from mine. The reason he gave me the reason he gave me is when I asked why previously is because he didn't want me to get into an accident or stranded late at night by myself. So I haven't been going anywhere past about 9 p.m. He allows me to go to the house until his house until 12 a.m. or midnight. But I then drive home because my parents don't want me spending the night. Going back to the gym topic, my backyard fence has a strip mall where there's a gym, so a 2-minute drive or a 5-minute walk. I asked him if it would be okay if I were to go to the closer gym after work 3 to 4 days a week for about 2 hours each day, and he said no. Didn't give me a reason as to why, and when I brought up this reason of me being stranded not really fitting this scenario anymore because I'd be close to home, the only other reason he gave me is, well, because he said so. I've never been a morning person, so getting up early to go to the gym is not my ideal situation when I could go after work. I'm upset that he isn't allowing me to go afterwards. I know I have the option to still go, but then If I do, he would ignore me or be upset with me for the upcoming days. Good. He also makes comments that the gym isn't worth my time or that it's dumb and I don't need to go to the gym at all. I'd consider it a hobby of mine and invested in myself, but I guess he does not see it in that light. I don't really know what to do about this, and I have no one to talk to about it, so I just want other people's opinions on the situation. He doesn't want you getting hit on by dudes in the gym that look clearly better than him. Yep. Come on, bro.
He's 19. He's weak. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's
scared.
Yeah.
So,
you guys are both 19, and that's the thing, right? Like you're probably young and pretty fit, and then for him, he's not fit. He's young but not fit, and then that's his problem. He's like, dude, there's gonna be bigger black guys there or bigger dudes there that might hit on her because she's looking fine at the gym. No, I can't have that. No. It's like,
it was never about you being stranded or safety or anything like that.
I saw through that immediately.
100
fucking idiot.
100. The moment she was like,
dumb.
The moment she was like, I don't want you to go to the gym close to your house, I was just like, all right, case closed. Yeah, he doesn't, because I had an inkling. I was like, maybe, he doesn't want like other guys, looking at his girl or whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's cool, whatever. But then you find a solution to the problem and he's still like, because I said so. Yeah, he's mad insecure because he looks at it like there are gonna be older dudes that, for one, got more motion than you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They gonna look at your girl like, yum, that's a motherfucking snack, because the fact that she in the gym. My thing is, he needs to get his ass in the gym.
Yes.
And you guys go together. Yep. That's what it should be. Like,
and he's trying to poison you with this. It's not for you. It's not a good hobby or whatever.
Yeah.
Do not let that poison sink in, dude.
No.
If I'm being honest, you probably should get rid of that dude quick.
100%.
Quick as fuck.
100%. And you can, again, like I said, you can find you a gym dude real quick.
Yeah.
These niggas are always looking. But obviously be careful with a lot of these gym dudes, because a lot of these dudes are on fucking steroids. They be beating bitches. But
like a gorilla.
Man. But my thing is, I agree 100% with what Michael's saying. You get rid of this dude, because all he's going to be is headaches. And you're a great girl. You're a fantastic girl. The fact that, like, you're so, like, submissive and attentive to him and things that he says and stuff like that, bro, W to you, bro. W to you. Like, that is an amazing trait to have in a woman, where you're over here asking your man, like, hey, can I go to this gym? It's closer, this and that. I know you have concerns and blah, blah, blah. And that's okay. Honestly, that is a W fucking trait. So don't ever stop that. Because what a lot of girls do is, like, they're like that, and then they date a guy like this, and they think like, I was submissive and weak, and that's the reason why our relationship didn't work. And it's like, no.
You had the wrong dude.
Yeah, exactly. You just decided to follow the wrong leader.
Yes.
That's what it came down to. You just decided to follow the wrong leader, and all you do is stay the way that you are. Find a better leader. That's just what that comes down to. Because look, a guy that's able to be honest with you of why he doesn't want you doing things is better than a guy who is just going to hide behind fallacies. Because a guy who's going to hide behind fallacies, that is the insecure guy. Yeah. That is the guy that can't tell you how it is. That's the guy that can't tell you, what it is and lead you when shit gets tough. No, that guy's going to sit there and he's going to hide behind things. He's going to hide behind lies and fallacies and all this kind of stuff. A guy that's able to just tell you how it is, like, no, I don't want you to go to the gym because, girl, look at you. I don't want other dudes staring at you. Like, a guy that's able to say that to you versus, it's because I said so.
Yeah.
Like,
if you ever hear that from a leader's mouth, right, it's the main reason is because they're just so incompetent that they want control. Facts. And they have no other way of implementing it other than saying, like, because I say so.
Yeah.
And there's a very, very small nuance of, like, the reason may not just be relatable at that exact time, right? Mm-hmm. And I say that because in my own life, right, it's something that we've talked about with my children, where it's like, there are times, especially in emergency situations, where we need to go. If I tell you, like, hey, we have to run, the time for you to ask why or what's going on is not right the fuck now.
Exactly.
It's not right now.
Exactly.
We're not going to determine everything. We're not going to get you to agree so that way you can actually do it. It's you got to do it because I say so. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm saying it's very nuanced, because there's not very many reasons. There's not very many situations where you need to just be that quick on the
exactly
dime.
Like and in situations like that where it's immediate, yes, it's because I say so. And that is 100% okay for you to listen to your man in that kind of situation. Why? Because there is imminent danger, and if we don't get the fuck out the way, you're gonna get hurt. And I'm gonna be here to protect you, and I'm only doing this to protect you. And then later on, yes, I can answer all your questions and like, nah, man, you know, I saw a dude with a fucking chainsaw down the street, you know, especially chopping Barbara in half.
We inherently in a scenario where we need to get out, we have to hold back so you can keep up is the thing.
Yes.
So like,
and we can't freak you out.
We can't freak you out. We have to have you follow directions calmly and in a fast enough manner to where we can direct you and keep going. Because if it's me and the rigger like running, right, we're gonna leave you behind and you're fucking cooked. You know what I mean? And that's why it's like important that you listen with speed and immediacy when the time is right. Right, but in this scenario where he's like, I don't want you going to the gym because I said so, faggot. I mean, that's a bad habit I haven't. What I'm getting at is like weak little boy is what I mean, right? He's weak. Hey, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know how to lead you. It's a problem, right?
It is. It's a big problem. It's a big problem. And so, but again, don't take this as you are being submissive and soft. And that's the problem. No.
The problem is him.
Exactly.
Him.
See, ladies, we're not that misogynistic.
We hate men too.
Exactly. We hate men too. We just hate weak men.
Weak men.
You know, because there's a lot of dudes who like to pose as very strong individuals, and they're not. And their actions will prove that. And I get it. You know, you look at it like, no, it's my boyfriend. I love him and I care about him. And that's why you don't see it that way. But we're here to tell you that no, a leader is going to understand. And honestly, if it wasn't like you getting stared at or hit on at the gym and stuff like that, he probably would have suggested that gym close to your house. He would have suggested that. He'd have been like, babe, you can't go to like a gym closer to your house. Like that one's 15 minutes away. It's a little too far for my comfort. So like if you could find one that's closer, I'll let you go to that one. And then you do, and then you're like, oh babe, I found one. It's like 5 minutes away from my house. Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead and do that one, babe. That is how like an actual man will handle that in a leadership position, where he will put you in a position where, because bro, for me, I would, if my girl is in the gym looking right and tight and all that shit, I want her to keep going to the gym and looking right and tight, son.
I'm going to pay for her membership.
Facts.
I'm going to pay for her membership.
Facts.
She don't got to worry about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because at the same time, I'm like, bro, like, your body's my investment. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, you know, take that as you will. But, like, bro, if I want you to look a certain way and I want you to stay a certain way or whatever, I'm gonna keep.
For health and for look reasons, you know,
because, look, my thing is, you can say health reasons all you want, but, I mean, it's mainly looks. Come on, let's be honest. I want you to keep that ass fat, that tummy tight. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? So, yeah, bro. We wouldn't be like against you breaking up with this dude. Going to the gym.
I'd be for it.
Yeah. Break up with this.
He's gonna ruin your submissiveness. He's gonna ruin your femininity. And you're gonna end up being mean to the next dude.
Because he's gonna instill that niggas ain't shit into your head, and you're gonna be breaking up with him like, man, fuck guys, and they're all horrible and all this stuff, and then you're gonna be like, damn, you're gonna be over there with the ruined ones. You know, all right. You guys let us know what you think about that one in the comments, okay? All right, let's get on to our next one.
She's going to go back and be like, they said you were weak. I'm leaving. God damn.
Oh, shit, I know, huh? She's going to be like, oh, so, like, you know, I sent in, like, our scenario to a podcast, and these guys were just like, yeah, I should break up with you, so I'm leaving. Bye. You know what I mean?
Make sure you give them some lemonade before you do it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I forgot about that.
One summer evening.
It's hot right now, too.
It's hot right now, yeah. Out here, yeah.
Little ice cubes jiggling in the glass. Damn.
That's so good, yeah.
Cooked, bro. Just cooked. All right, let's get on to our next one, man. Am I the asshole for calling my wife's friend's dating technique idiotic? Okay, yeah. Why does your wife have a male friend, bro, in the first place? That's
I didn't. Yeah, no, get him out of
Yeah,
there.
yeah, because it says calling my wife's friend dating technique idiotic. Maybe it's a girl. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Me, 38 male, wife, 34 female, had some of her friends over for dinner. We are all talking about this and that. One of her friends, female 32, starts talking about how she can't find any good men to stick around. Yeah, see, you gonna be this bitch.
Yes.
You gonna be this bitch right here. Stay your submissiveness. You good.
Yeah.
It's him. Don't be this one.
Yeah, don't. 32 and I can't find. No. Don't do that shit.
All right. My wife and her friends are sympathetic. We keep on talking about her and her latest dates, and she starts talking about her dating technique. This is essentially to show as little interest as possible and to ghost guys she likes since she wants them to fight for her.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh my god. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing?
Emotional damage.
Stop it. Get some help.
Wrong.
I just, yeah. What are we doing?
Like, bro, what the fuck? Okay. All right, hold on. Let's read the rest of it. This is, okay.
Who the fuck does she think she is?
I don't know, bro.
Who the fuck?
I laugh and say that's just plain idiotic and stupid. Of course, she will not find any good men since only the bad ones will actually do that. Like good guys who will respect you will never keep chasing if you send out signals that you don't want them anymore. I am on the spectrum and can have a hard time realizing when people are upset. So my wife bumped me and told me to shut up. Later, after everyone left, she told me she agreed with me, but I didn't need to be so blunt about it. So am I the asshole? Yes, you do.
Yes.
Why the fuck? Yeah.
That was awesome.
Why the fuck would I not tell my friend? That's like a girl clearly using the rigger and I don't say anything.
Yeah.
And I let him just spend all this money on this girl who clearly doesn't like him. Bro, I'm a bad friend.
Yeah.
I'm a bad friend.
It might hurt my feelings or what the fuck ever.
No, bruh. Like, if it hurts the feelings, good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad it hurts your feelings.
Yeah.
Because you need a reality check. Because, bro, and honestly, he's giving her advice that would help her get a good guy.
Yes.
She's over here, where's all the good men? Oh, if you want a good man, do X, Y, and Z, and you might get one.
Yeah.
And she's like, no. If I just show little interest, then they're going to fight for me.
Yeah.
And then they'll want to see me past having sex. And I would just be like, well, how's that been going for you?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like it hasn't been going well.
Yeah.
Because, dude, look, you got to understand a guy who is going to chase you, he's going to be like, yeah, man, I can't wait to crack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's talking to like 2 or 3 other girls.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, yeah, I'm getting intimacy from Chelsea. You know what I mean? Tamara, she at my house right now making me a sandwich. And then I got this dumb bitch, who's acting like she all this and that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep texting her on the side. It doesn't matter if she ghosts me or not. When she hit me up, she hit me up. Why? Because I'm busy. Yeah. I got some other squeezes.
Yeah.
And then you figure out you're talking to other girls. No shit.
Stupid.
Yeah. Like, thanks for the coochie.
Yeah,
bye.
That's very accurate. I get where you're coming from, where it's like, you may be on the spectrum and you might not know exactly how people are feeling. That's fine. The more logic you throw in there, the better the outcome will be once they get past. And the problem is, a lot of women don't move past the emotional part of it, and they won't see the logic because it doesn't make them feel the best. You know what I mean? So the problem is, right, with you being so straightforward, and this is a problem from their side, not our side, is it doesn't make her feel like she's in power or control of the situation, so she rejects it, you know what I mean? And then your wife being her friend is like, dude, you can't be doing that. When it's like, if you were soft and beat around the bush, or like you agreed or whatever, she wouldn't understand what she's doing is wrong. And it reminds me of the I forget who the fuck said it, right? A lot of people say Albert Einstein. I just know fucking Voss from Far Cry 3, where he's like, the definition of insanity is doing the same shit over and expecting a different result. You know what I mean? And so your wife's friend, who's 32, doing the same shit over and over again, getting the same result, and then blaming the other people is like, what
she's
the
insane.
Fuck?
She's clinically insane.
She's clinically insane. You know what I mean? I'm not going to smash my hand with a hammer and be like, fucking hammer. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
You're not, she's not thinking about it right. And so, like, I mean, right, in the idea of, like, are you the asshole? Someone would say yes. Someone out there, I wouldn't say, though.
No.
You're being straight up. It's not like you were like, you're never going to find a man because you're ugly, you know? It was just like you got the wrong approach for it.
Exactly.
It's clearly not working because it hasn't worked. Otherwise, you would have had a good man by now. Like, that's just how it works. 2 + 2 = 4. You're not going to add 1 and 3 and then be like, yeah, this is 5, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
This is 8. Yeah, like, you're adding 1 and 3 trying to get 8 when that's not what happens. So, yeah, I mean, you're not an asshole.
No, not at all.
If you wanted to phrase it a different way, you could, but like that wouldn't really help anything. You know?
No, it wouldn't, because it's like, bro, at that point, I think in those type of situations, you have to be blunt.
Yeah.
You have to, because there is no beating around the bush. Like, okay, look, the thing is that a lot of women enjoy bolstering each other's bad decisions, and your wife and her friends were a great example of that. They're like, yeah, you go, girl. They're the problem. Yeah. They're terrible. You keep, showing no interest. And it's like, bitch, what are you doing? What are you saying?
Yeah.
Why are you giving her this shit ass advice? And that's why it's like, if she listens to you, and that's why you needed to be so damn blunt, because if you weren't, she probably would have just brushed it off and been like, whatever. But the fact that she was so blunt and it kind of like struck a nerve on her, she's going to remember it. Yeah. The next guy she's going to talk to, she might just be like, let me try giving him just a little more attention and see, you know what I mean? And see where it goes. And then
you two are the married couple and she
Facts.
is not.
Facts.
If that don't tell you like why, like, you know what I mean? You know how to treat a woman. That's why you're married. She don't know how to treat a man. That's why she's not.
Facts.
And she's also attracting men that don't know how to treat a woman. So it kind of writes itself in a way.
Facts. That is hella facts. Bro. No, you're not the asshole at all. Yeah. And if you think that he is, you're stupid. All right, let's just be honest, bro. Like, come on, man. Like,
you stupid.
Because this is cut and clear. There's no shape or form where it's like me hurting her feelings and stuff like that. It justifies me not telling you the fucking truth.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'd rather tell somebody the truth and hurt their feelings than sit there and give them a comforting lie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit, that's crazy to me. All right, let's get into our next one. This will be our last one for today's episode. If you got this far in the episode, thank you, appreciate you, love you. You've gone through a lot, haven't you? Because goddamn, this has been a roller coaster of an episode. Oh, I would say the last 3 episodes have just been roller coasters for us, bro. I love it though.
Yeah, it's
I love
awesome.
it. I know that you guys have been loving it too.
Don't jump into your guy best friend's arms.
Oh man, don't. Just don't.
That one bugs me. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I'm just like, fuck.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I think they need to see it again, you know? Oops. Hold on. We out here fucking up on technical difficulties. Don't be this. Look at her dropping them hips, man.
Yeah.
Look at that hip drop.
Sure.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Yeah.
This guy right here, don't be him. Don't be him.
He's pointing to himself like, me?
Yeah.
This is happening to me?
Just cooked. Cooked. Yeah. He's not even cooked. This man's incinerated.
Yeah.
All right. Absolutely fucking incinerated. Okay. All right. We gotta get into this last scenario.
Sorry, that one just bugged me.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Jesus.
I couldn't be that man. His heart is just in his fucking stomach, bro. Yeah. All right. If you got this far in the episode, thank you guys so much. Patreon.com/My The Asshole Podcast. Get that exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as we got to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday episode like these lovely people did for today. Keep downloading as well as rating us on 5 stars. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube. Follow our boy over here at MikeLife333 and on TikTok and Instagram if you want to get in touch with him. Yeah, let's do this. Am I overreacting over this guy's response to my boundary? Okay. And we got some text massages. All right. So, while we're on the topic, just don't sleep with anyone unless I'm in a relationship. I don't sleep with anyone unless I'm in a relationship with them. That's what she said. He then says, I mean this in the most respectful way possible, but how do you even know you want to be in a relationship with someone if you haven't slept with them? Like, what if everything is great, but then there's no sexual chemistry? You can't tell if you have sexual chemistry with someone by making out or fooling around. That's what she said. And then he replies, I mean, you can to a degree, but I have definitely had people that we get along great. We were super attracted to each other. We dance, kiss, touch, etc. Then for some reason, the actual sex just doesn't click. She says that's valid. He then replies, I don't mean it any type of way, just that it happened before, and I would hate to like date someone for months just for that to be the case, you know. But I definitely respect anyone's wishes, especially sexually. Would never want anyone to be uncomfortable. She then replies, that's a fair point. I'm definitely open to discussing it. You said you were apartment hunting. Why are you moving? He then says, obviously saying this from Tinder is not a great look, but I'm not like, oh, we need to fuck on the first date or whatever, but I definitely am a sexual being. And if I am hitting the town with a girl after a couple of dates, I'm trying to be all up on her, and I want you all up on me. Any going on dates with a 0% chance of fucking kind of takes the fun out of the flirting process. Then she follows up with saying, I matched with a guy today and he made a joke, so I told him about a boundary I usually have. I'm not completely opposed to sleeping with somebody before they're officially my boyfriend. I'm definitely open to discussing it if it's the right person, but I feel off about his response. Am I tripping? Bitch, you mad tripping. What the fuck? Like,
hey, yo, what the fuck?
Responsible, though.
I feel like he was very respectable with it, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like he was pushing your boundary. I don't feel like I get it. He kind of, was explaining his side of it, and maybe you thought that was pushing it.
Right.
But I don't think that was really pushing it. I look at that as like, he was just explaining to you, hey, this is why, I feel the way that I feel. And you seemed like you were okay with that.
Yeah.
So again, why? What's the thing? Like,
yeah, what did she say in the beginning? Like, am I overreacting or did I react wrong?
No, she said, I'm not completely opposed to sleeping with someone before they are officially my boyfriend. I'm definitely open to discussing it if it is the right person, but I feel off about his response. Am I tripping?
Off about? I would have to know what she means by off about his response, because it's like, I mean, if what he's saying is true, where it's like, bro, he's gone a while with these people, and then like, it felt like it was going to be really good stuff, and then they got together and were not sexually compatible. It's like, I could see why he's like, all right, I'm streamlining this shit. Mm-hmm. I'd rather get it out the way so that way I don't have to invest time, and then like we're just not compatible, and then it does ruin the relationship.
Yeah, and he also said like, I'm not trying to have sex on the first date.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm on date 3 or 4, like we should be at that point where we know like, all right, do we want to do this or not? You know what I mean? And my thing is I think I personally believe that women will put up arbitrary boundaries for guys that they just don't really like that. And I feel like you don't really like this dude as much as you think that you do, because you wouldn't put that arbitrary boundary up. Like, if you actually really were interested in this guy, you would kind of have that if it happens mentality. You would kind of go on dates with him, you talk to him, you'd see him, you know, you would, if he made that sexual joke, you'd kind of like laugh at it and kind of throw it to the side and be like, you know, whatever. And then when it came to that date 2 or 3, you know, maybe 3 or 4, you would kind of be like, okay, I do want to have sex with this guy, or I don't want to have sex with this guy. I think you would be at that point. There wouldn't even be a boundary put up at all if you were really, really into this guy. I think it's more of you're trying to talk yourself into liking this guy. Like, do I like this guy? Maybe I do. I mean, he's kind of like good looking in this way. Well, he's got a good job, so like, why wouldn't I maybe give him a chance? That's like where your mindset is coming from, and it's kind of evident, for being real. I don't know.
I feel like, I mean, what you said is kind of what she was doing. You know what I mean? Where she's like, I wouldn't be opposed to like, you know, sleeping to him before we were like officially boyfriend and girlfriend. Where it's like, yeah, the right guy comes along and is like, all right, it's date number 3. I think what she got off put by, and I feel like, because even for me it kind of stuck out, I feel like what it was is like, knowing that there's going to be no sex at the end of the date takes all the fun out of flirting. And I was like, that to me is like not necessarily true. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The obviously the point is to build tension. So like, I think it's just like you said. You know what I mean? Like, she would say like, I don't fuck on the first date, you know, and I don't know if she even specified like, yeah, I like to wait months, but
no, she didn't say that.
Yeah, so I just feel like it's like normal culture where it's like date 3 and 4, you fill out the waters and you're like, yeah, I do want to fuck this guy.
Or I don't, yeah.
Yeah, and then from there you guys like are official, you know what I mean? Now if he was like, yeah, like even if after we fuck we still wouldn't be official, then I'd be like, all right, yeah, then your boundaries and stuff are not matching, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
He's just saying like he wants to make sure everything's in line and then you guys will be official, you know what I mean?
Exactly. He looks at it like, if we go on, say, 2 to 3 dates, everything is smooth, good, everything's fine, like we hugging, kissing, the chemistry's great, and then we go and have sex, and it's that bow on top of the present.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, I can confidently go into a relationship with you. You know what I mean? But I feel the fact that she even put this boundary up just goes to show that she was just not that interested. You are just not that interested in this guy as much as you think that you are.
Yeah.
And it shows, bro. It really shows. Because I've known a lot of girls to have these boundaries with certain guys and then fuck that boundary off on another guy.
Yeah.
You know, because they're just like, they'll get like 2 to 3 dates in and they're like, why haven't we had sex? But like the previous guy, it was date 4 and 5. The dude hasn't even taken her to her house. You know what I mean? It's like, what is so different? But it's what I've noticed is like, when women really want to be with a guy and when they really like a guy, oh, trust me, no bars hold at that point. No bars hold. They're like, we're ready. Let's get it.
And I relate it to sales pretty often because I feel like sales is just in everything. But like, if you think about it in the way you make decisions in general, right? That boundary is like, I would say a form of like protecting yourself from regret, right? And it's along the same lines of like, you know, you're not gonna go to the grocery store and be like, I don't buy milk on the first time around, you know, or I don't buy car. Like, you might not buy a car on the first time around or whatever, but it's like you said, right? If you saw a car that was like perfect for you, right? You're like, it's cute, it's got good gas mileage, it's clean, it's not fucking used all the way up, right? You're probably gonna buy it on the spot. You'll make some shit happen where it's like, the price is gonna be worth buying this fucking car.
Exactly.
Or like,
it'll be worth the price.
Yeah, whatever the case may be. It's the same thing where it's like, you're gonna go to the grocery store and fill up your shopping cart, and you're not gonna be like, yeah, but this is only my first time to this Target, you know what I mean? I can't buy all the stuff I normally would buy from, you know what I mean? It's like, you fucking go out and you're like, I'm sure of this, I'm gonna do it, there's nothing that's gonna stop me because I'm confident, right?
Yeah.
This boundary that you have is just like a lack of confidence within yourself, of like understanding how to select the right partner, you know what I mean? And it's like, that that clears up within the first 4-ish dates where you've been in multiple different settings, multiple different topics, multiple different scenarios. And it's like, all right, well, I like how he handles himself in all these scenarios, not just with me, but with other people around. And, you know, I am sexually attracted to him. Within the first 4 dates, it's fine. You know what I mean? You're just scared of not being claimed, right? Where it's like you would still, within those first 4 dates, know if he's going to claim you or not. And if you don't, you're not doing the right things to figure out if he's going to claim you or not. You know what I mean? So it's like the boundary or the problem is not if he claims you, then has sex with you. The problem is you just don't trust yourself to make the right decision for a dude. And like you said, once you find the right dude, he's gonna be very evident very quickly, and then that boundary goes the fuck out the way. That shit away.
You're throwing the baby out with the bathwater at that point. You're just like, I want this man the second date.
Yeah,
like, you know, play DJ Hero on this right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I said, I think you just have to understand that what you're doing is you're just forcing yourself to like somebody that you're just not really that into. And that's okay. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, I think, like Michael said on our very first podcast episode that he and I did together, he said anybody will justify something to themselves if it makes sense to them. And I think what you're doing is you're justifying this boundary that you have most likely probably not had with like previous partners, like previous people that you have dated. That boundary was probably not put there. And you think for some reason justifying this boundary means that he will want to claim you or he'll want to be with you. You know what I mean? You're almost like thinking you're ensuring that he's going to claim you if you guys don't have sex, and then you're like, okay, he'll want to be my boyfriend, and then I'll give him the sex. And that little difference is going to be the difference that's going to make it to where he's going to want to be with me and we won't break up. In reality, though, it's like even after those relationships, if you found a guy that met the criteria, you would do the same thing. Yeah. So let us know what you think about that in the comments. If you agree, disagree, let us know what you thought about everything that we've gone over today, the videos, the thread, as well as all the scenarios we've gone over today, and our rants and all that good stuff. Let us know what you thought about it in the comments. We appreciate you guys. We love you so much, man. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday. And then the Rig 4 will be back on another Sunday episode. You know what I mean? Doing our thing. Again, get in the Patreon. Check that out. All the links are in the description. Keep downloading the episodes. Ratings 5 stars. Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube. Follow our boy over here. All the links are down in the description. So we love you guys. We will see you on next Sunday. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Peace.